But because I'm about to have a test,
Okay. In what subject?
three subject, English, literature, and math.
Okay. So the three main subjects.
Yeah,
Okay. When do you start the test?
I think in around 2 or 3 more weeks.
Right. So how long have you been back at school for?
I think I've been back for school for 2 months.
Oh, really? Back for 2 months? Oh, sorry. I thought you had a longer holiday than that.
I never had a longer holiday.
Right. Okay. All right. So you are working quite hard at the moment. Okay. Hello, Jawi. How are you? Hello, Jawi. Can you hear me? Hello, Kakjung.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I am fine.
That's good. Okay. Can you please turn your cameras on, everyone? Okay, thank you, Michael. I can see you now. A little bit dark. Hello, Jawi. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, good. Good to see you again. Okay, I can see you very clearly, Kakshung. Thank you. Okay, we'll just wait a couple of minutes for the other people to join us. Have you been at school this week, Kakshung?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. Have you been at school this week?
Yes, I have go to school like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Do you have any exams? Like, for example, Michael was saying he has exams.
Yeah, I have exam at school.
Okay, good luck with that. All right. Hello, Paula.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm great.
Good, good. I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Mum,
No,
mum says you've been busy.
yeah, kind of. But yeah,
Kind of. Sounds like you've been very busy. Okay. Hello, Zung Ha.
Hi,
How are you, Zung Ha?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good, good. So I was going to say just before we start, Paula,
yes.
remember a couple of weeks ago we did some homework. You did some homework for me. I didn't get a chance to correct it with you. You've probably forgotten now. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
You had to write a paragraph for an essay. And I was just going to let you know, it was very good, Paula. There was one change I wanted to make, one word you used, which wasn't quite correct. I will have a quick look, see if I can remember what it was. Everything else was fine. It was just one word. Okay. Hello, Tang. Can you hear me, Tang? Not yet. Okay. He's still connecting. All right, everyone. Time to start. Good afternoon. Thank you for coming to class. It's good to see you as always. I hope you are all well, and I hope you've all had a good week. What we're going to be doing with today's lesson, we'll start off just with a very quick word ladder exercise. Then I'll look at your homework, which most of you have sent me, which you might remember was writing the opening paragraph for a task 2 essay, the one about obesity. and then we will continue on with the rest of that essay. I also will remind you again just of the structure of the task 2 essay, because that will be part of this week's homework. And again, also remind you of some of the words and phrases that you can use to help you write the essay and which are worth remembering, or at least worth writing down so you can try remember them later. It's always worth trying to add new words to your vocabulary. And as I've said before, please try and practice English at least 10 minutes every day. But first of all, we'll start with today's word ladder game. So we're going from head to tail. Head is our starting word. Tail is our destination word. As usual, I will get you to send me the answer in chat. So I will type the first word in here. Hello, Tung, can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear?
I can. Tung, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good.
How are you?
Good. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Okay, Tung, can you please start today?
Okay.
Okay, so head is our first word. Tail is our destination or target word.
So I must write on the chat. I just say.
Yeah, just reply in chat. Type a word in chat. That everyone can see, of course. Okay, very good. Zung Ha, you are next. Zung Ha, then Duk Nia. Remember, you have 10 seconds to think of a word, otherwise I will go to the next person. Deal. Very good, Zung Ha. Duk Nia, then Paula. Duk Nia, then Paula. How are you, by the way, Duk Nia?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Good. Okay, any idea, Duk Nia? You can see, good. Teal, very good. Teal, everyone, is a color. A color. I think I mentioned this to you last week. Teal is a color. So now, by the way, how the game works, we already have the L of tail, so it'd be good if we can keep that L. If we think of other words that have the L as the last letter. So Paula, then Jawi. Paula, then Jawi.
I don't know how to like not change the T and L. I want to change the E and A, but
I see, yeah. I understand. Maybe you have to. I'm just trying to think if I can give you a clue, Paula. I know what you are trying to do. There is a word, Paula.
yeah.
I've thought of one already. That where you can keep the T and the L.
Okay, wait me a second.
Okay, so we're trying, everyone, to keep the T and the L if we can. Yeah, in fact, I can think of 2 words, Paula, that will solve the puzzle. Okay, any idea, Paula? Yes, well done. Okay, Jawi. Jawi, then Kaksung. So Jawi. Excellent, Jawi. Very good. Okay, Kaksung. Well done. Okay, very good, everyone. And we'll do one more of these. So this time, the starting word is help. Okay, the target word is over. Okay, Michael. Michael, then tongue. Michael, then tongue, then Zung Ha. Not a word, sorry, Michael. Okay, sorry, herp. Herp is not a word. Okay, tongue. So you are starting with help, tongue. Okay, help. Okay, tongue, any idea?
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay, Zung Ha. Zung Ha, then Duknia. Okay, good. Held. Duknia, then Paula. Hold. Thank you, Duknia. Paula. Paula, then Jawi.
Is there a word like that?
Code. Is that a word? Yeah, I think there is, Paula. I think so. I think that's how it's spelled. Hode being the past word of hoe. Sorry, the past tense of hoe. Hoe means to dig. When you hoe something, H-O-E. When you hoe the ground means to like dig a small trench. When you are gardening, you hoe the ground. So yeah. Jawi kakjong. Jawi, then kakjong, then Michael. And then we will finish. So Jawi, Kakshung, and then Michael. Okay, so you can see we already have the E of over. Be good to keep that if we can. Yeah, this is a hard word to make another word out of, this one. Any idea, Jawi?
I haven't come up with anything yet.
Okay, that's fine. Kakshung, any idea? Kakshung and then Michael. So we've already had hold, so we can't go back.
Sorry, I have no idea.
Okay, Michael, any idea?
Is fold a word?
Spode, no. No. Okay, good try, everyone. Okay, so I'll show you all the answer to this one. Let's see the document. Okay. Actually, did I write down the answer to this one? Maybe I didn't. Okay. Right, I'm just typing you the answer, everyone. It's okay, I'm still typing. Sorry, everyone, just one more moment. Okay. Hopefully you can all see that. All right, this was the answer to this puzzle. All right, I'm sure you will know all the words except for this one, veto. Veto. Zung Ha, any idea what this word means? Hello, Zung Ha.
No, I don't.
You don't. Okay. Michael?
I have no idea.
Okay. Paula?
Yeah, I've seen this once. I just know that, you have like the right to refuse something.
Correct. Yes, it is. Okay. To veto, that's exactly what it means, Paula. Yes. Veto means to refuse something. If you veto something, it's quite an unusual word, usually used at places like the UN, for example, or in some governments. If you veto something, it means you forbid it. Okay. For example, okay, Paula, is that what you thought it meant?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Russia vetoed a UN resolution to ban nuclear weapons. So to veto something means to vote against something, or to vote to stop something happening. Quite an unusual word, usually used in connection with some sort of government decision to veto something. But you could also use it in your family. For example, your mother or father might veto you going out with your friends tonight. They wouldn't usually use it like that, but they could. Okay, but veto means to stop or vote against something. Does that make sense, Michael?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Sorry, does someone have a question? All right. So now we're going to look. Sorry, I spent a bit more time on that than I meant to. We'll only do one word ladder next week, okay? Only one. So let's go to your, just wondering where, making sure no one else is here. Sorry, everyone, just checking no one else has joined the class while I've been talking. No. Okay. So your homework, all right, remember, was to write an introduction to this essay. Wealthy nations should assist poorer countries with humanitarian relief during natural disasters. Do you agree or disagree? Hopefully you all remember by now that an introduction consists of 4 parts. 4 parts. Kakzung.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the first sentence of your introduction? What should the first sentence of your introduction should be? Begins with P. Begins with P. Can you remember?
Like change some word in this
Yeah,
sentence.
and what is the word for that? Beginning with P.
Or
Okay, the first one is a paraphrase. Okay, paraphrase. Okay, remember, you paraphrase the question prompt. All right, this, what I have underlined, everyone, just to remind you, this is called the question prompt. Okay, your first sentence of your introduction to a task 1 essay should be to paraphrase the question prompt. All right. What in this sort of essay and opinion one, what should your second sentence be, Paula?
Thesis statement.
Sorry, Paula, I didn't hear that. Sorry.
Thesis statement.
Thesis statement, yes. Okay. So in this particular essay, which is an agree or disagree one, okay, you have to say whether you agree or disagree. All right. So I'm just looking here at Tuk Ling's example. All right. She's done a paraphrase here. All right. Of this. Her first sentence is a paraphrase of this. Okay. Her second sentence. All right. She gives her thesis statement, or, which means, does she agree or disagree with this statement? Duk Nia.
Yes.
Okay, with the introduction, so we've already had a paraphrase, whether you agree or disagree with the statement. What are your next two sentences about?
I don't remember.
Okay, Zung Ha, do you remember?
Is
You remember?
after thesis statement.
Yeah,
Yes.
after, yeah, we have the paraphrase, we have the thesis statement, and then we have, what's next?
And then we have example.
Not quite, okay? Then everyone, please remember this. Then we have, I'll go right up to here to remind you. Actually, no, I won't. I'll change documents and go in here to remind you. Okay, you need to give a couple of reasons, 2 reasons why you agree or disagree with the statement. So again, let me just summarize. All right, in your introduction, you paraphrase. You paraphrase the first sentence of the question. Remember, countries should spend money on trains rather than building new roads. Your first sentence is a paraphrase. Then you say, do you agree or disagree with this? And then you need to give 2 reasons. And each of those reasons, okay, first reason will be what you base your main body paragraph 1 around. Second reason is main body paragraph 2. Then you have a conclusion. Okay, so very simple. Are there any questions with that? The structure of these, very simple and is always the same. So let's go back up to here. I know that Tuk Ling, I don't think, is here today. No, can't see Tuk Ling. Okay, Zung Ha. Zung Ha.
Yes.
Okay, let's quickly look at your answer, all right? I will go through the answers all of you have written for your homework. All right. It is thought that rich countries ought to help poorer nations with clothes, food, water, and shelter after a natural calamity. Okay, that's fine, Zung Ha. Okay, so this is your paragraph. Good. Sorry, your paraphrase. Your paraphrase. All right. This essay agrees with this statement. All right. So Zung Ha, this is probably better just to be a sentence by itself. Okay. Okay, Zung Ha.
Okay.
All right, Zung Ha, so that's your thesis statement. You agree with the statement, and then you give your 2 reasons. All right, so you don't need to say because. Something like this. This can help create better foreign, not regulations, Zung Ha, not regulations. What is it? The word is similar, but it's not regulations. Do you know what it is?
Relationship.
Yes, foreign relationships or foreign relations. Good. All right. Moreover, it can also be a great way to take out the line between rich and poor nations. What do you mean by that, Dung Ha?
Yeah, because like I translated from Vietnamese to English. But
Yeah.
I don't, yeah. It's like the difference between rich and poor
Okay,
has
I
been
know.
separated.
Okay, I know what you mean. It can also be a great way not to take out the line. Doesn't make sense in English, but okay. So something like that, Dung Ha. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, kind of that.
Yeah, kind of that. Okay, close enough. All right, and you have to say the preposition here is in the world, not on the world. Okay, that's fine, Dung Ha. You have the right idea. So again, everyone, you can see what Dung Ha has done. She's done a paraphrase. Okay, she's done her thesis statement where she agrees or disagrees. Okay, then Dung Ha has done, okay, 2 reasons. One, create better foreign relations, also maybe a way to reduce the difference between rich and poor nations. All right, so you have followed the formula, Dung Ha. That's good. That's great. Okay. Okay, Kak Sung.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Kak Sung, let's look at your introduction. Actually, I see, Kak Sung, you have also done 2 paragraphs, so you didn't need to do these just yet, Kak Sung, so we won't worry about these now, okay? I just wanted the introduction. All right,
Uh,
so let's have a look at your introduction, Kak Sung. It suggests that rich countries should help poorer nations with humanitarian relief during natural catastrophes. That's fine. This essay agrees with this statement. Okay, don't need to say given, Kak Sung, okay? That doesn't need to be there. Because it is necessary for poor nations to have support, all right? Doesn't need an S on the end in this sentence. Okay, but you do need to have start another sentence here, Kak Sung. This essay
yes.
agrees with this statement because it's necessary for poor nations to have support in clothes, food. Okay, food, by the way, is already plural. Doesn't need to have an S. Health.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. All right, so I put a full stop here. Okay, and this needs to be another sentence. Okay, so now you've seen what I've done, Kak Sung. Okay, so I've
Yeah, I
changed
see.
I've changed it so you can clearly see, the person reading the essay can clearly see that you have 2 different reasons now. Okay, it's better to make this into 2 separate sentences. It's much tidier and easier to read. Do you understand, Kak Sung?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, good. Okay, who's next? Michael. Michael.
Hello.
Okay, let's have a look at your paraphrase. It's recommended that affluent countries should aid less wealthy countries with clothes, food. Refuges isn't quite the correct word. What do you mean by that, Michael?
Accommodation.
Yeah, accommodation. Okay, refuges isn't quite the correct word in this sense. Accommodation is the correct word. Okay, not refuges.
Oh, okay.
Okay, clothes, food, accommodation. Yeah, refuges has a slightly different meaning, and it's not, accommodation is better. And water. Okay, don't need sources, and water. After a natural calamity occurs. Okay, Michael, so as a paraphrase, that's fine. All right, now that is fine.
Thank you.
Okay, this essay agrees with this statement. Okay, so you need one more reason, Michael. All right, you've got one reason. So you need to think of another reason for these essays, okay? So you've got one reason about the political benefits, okay? So that helps the reputation of the country. That's fine. That's a good reason. So you need one more.
I would think of more.
Okay.
But
Okay.
wait.
Kim Nan isn't here. Tongue.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Hello?
Tongue, let's look at your Can you hear me, Tongue?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, let's look at your paraphrase. It suggested rich countries should support less fortunate countries with clothes, food, drinking, shelter after natural crisis. Fine. This essay, okay, agrees needs an S, Tongue. Okay. This essay agrees with the statement. Okay. So so your English here isn't quite correct, Tongue. I know what you are trying to say, but you haven't said it correctly. So this can come out. Relationships needs an S. This essay agrees with this statement because this can lead to better relationships between nations. Okay, and again, you need another sentence here.
Yeah, I haven't done this yet.
Okay, so you need another sentence here. So something, yeah, I'm not sure what you're going to say next, but you need another sentence there, Tang. Okay. All right, Zhao Wei. Hello, Zhao Wei. Okay.
Yes. Come here.
Okay, Zhao Wei, let's look at your paraphrase. It's argued that rich countries should support undeveloped countries' humanitarian relief during natural catastrophes. Okay, so the paraphrase is fine. Okay, your thesis statement is fine. All right. And what is your first reason? Because it could help build up relationships between nations. All right. You need to say, Zhao Wei, what it is.
Okay.
I agree with this opinion because it could help build up relationships. What is it, Zhao Wei?
Rich country.
Is a rich country? I think what you were talking
No.
about is the support.
Yes.
Okay, so you need to say something like that.
Yes.
Like that. And you need another sentence. This should be another sentence, shall we? Also, developed countries have resources. Developed countries have the resources to help poorer countries. And you need another phrase on the end of this sentence to help make it complete. Something like this, shall we? Something like this.
Oh.
Okay. Do you
Okay.
understand what I mean, shall we?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so you need to have something on the end of what you said here. You know, why they've got the resources to help poorer countries. So what? What should they do? Okay. Okay. So they should use them and not be selfish. All right. So you need to have some reason here. All right. And the last one, Duknia. Duknia.
Yes.
Okay, Duknia. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look at your paraphrase. Emergency assistance during natural events provided by wealthy nations to less developed nations. Okay, that's fine. Okay, this essay, okay, this is not correct, Duknia. Okay, you need to do it like this. This essay agrees with the statement above. Okay, so this is now correct. This is the way to write it. Okay. Okay, Duknia.
Okay.
Okay, this essay agrees with the statement above. This is how you write it. All right. This support is crucial as less developed nations often lack necessary resources. Okay. By providing aid, wealthy nations can help save lives, alleviate suffering, and contribute to the long run. Okay. It's very good, but you should be writing this yourself. This sounds like you've been using AI to help you write this, Duknia. So
My friend helped me with this, so yeah.
right. Okay. So yeah, so this is very good. Yeah, this is correct. All right. But I would like you to try and do it yourself without someone helping you if you can, please, Duknia. Okay?
Okay.
All right. All right. So but Duknia, you have the structure correct, which is the main thing at this stage. So you understand what I mean by the structure, Duknia?
Yeah. I do.
Okay. Okay, so you've got your paraphrase. Again, I'm reminding everyone of this paraphrase, your thesis statement. Okay, and then you can see here, Duknia has two sentences giving the reasons. And again, remember now, each of these sentences is going to be the lead sentence in the body paragraphs, which are to come. Now, Paula.
Yes.
Hi, Paula. Sorry, you've been sitting there, no doubt, getting very bored all this time. I'm sorry about that. So let's just go right back to the other essay, Paula.
Okay.
Okay, which you wrote a couple of weeks ago. What did you write for me here? Consequently, I'm just looking at, yeah, this is my correction. Okay, Paula?
Okay.
Okay, this is what you wrote. Yeah, so the word that isn't quite correct is this one, Paula.
Okay.
Okay, can you see what, in my correction, can you see what I've changed it to? So interfere isn't quite correct.
Have no influence over.
Correct. Yeah. So influence is the word you are looking for.
Okay.
Okay. They cannot interfere much under these circumstances. Actually, because they, and it is incorrect, Paula, because they can interfere. Okay. They can interfere. But the word you really are looking for is to influence. What you want them to do is to influence the child's behavior. Remember, just to remind you, what we were talking about in this essay topic was we were talking about where the parents should be held responsible for having their children get fat. Okay, so that was the idea of the topic. So parents could interfere. All right, they could, for example, lock their children in the room or something, and only feed them once a day. That would stop them getting fat. It wouldn't be very nice, but it would work. All right, but it's not a good idea. So, but it's better to have influence. And I think what you are saying is that parents, it's very hard for parents to have influence, especially when they don't see their children all the time, every day. Does that make sense, Paula?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why influence is the better choice of words in that sentence. So that's all, Paula. That's all I wanted to change. Okay, everyone. Are there any questions about that? So the first thing we did, and you've all done this pretty well, paraphrase, give your thesis statement, whether you agree or disagree, that's all that means. And then you need to have 2 reasons. And remember, as I've said before, doesn't matter too much what the reasons are, as long as you can think of some way to back those reasons up. You can think of whatever reasons you like. There are no marks in this sort of exam for one reason. And no, I'll say that again, sorry. If you give a reason, the examiner doesn't say, oh, that's a fantastic reason, I'll give you 10 marks for that, but this reason isn't so good, I'll only give you 5 marks for this reason. Okay, all reasons are treated as equal. So don't worry about having to think of brilliant reasons. You just need to think of 2 reasons, and you need to have some ideas, though, to back that up, to support your thinking. I hope that makes sense. Okay. I know I'm doing an awful lot of talking with these, but I just need to make sure that you understand what the structure is for these. So what I want you to do now is take your first reason, which you've given me in your introduction, and please write a paragraph, just 1 paragraph based around that reason. Again, I will remind you the structure of the paragraph. Okay, so sentence 1, you repeat your reason. Sentences 2 and 3 need to be explanations of that reason. And sentence 4 should be an example. And as I've said before, if you can't think of a real example, make one up. Using the words, and I know you used this a couple of weeks ago when we did a similar exercise, a recent study has shown, or research has shown, just introduce the sentence using those words, and then you make something up. So do you understand what I want you to do? Let me give you a further example. Paula, are you happy with this? Do you understand what I want you to do?
Yes. Do I have to write the opening paragraph?
Okay, so you don't need to write the opening paragraph. Okay, so everyone else has already done this. So what I want you to do is write, take something like, Paula, if you want to take Tuk Ling's opening paragraph, I think, how about that? If you take Tuk Ling's opening paragraph, I want you then to write a paragraph, okay, based on, if you want, based on her first reason, which actually, now I'm reading it, actually probably is a little bit confusing. Okay, I want you to take Zung Ha's first reason.
Okay.
If you can't think of one of your own, you can think of one of your own if you like, but otherwise take Zung Ha's first reason, okay, which says this can help create better foreign relations.
Okay.
Okay, does this make sense? So Zung Ha.
Yes.
Okay, so what I want you to do, Zung Ha, is remember this is going to be the opening statement of your first body paragraph, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so your first reason is this can help create better foreign relations. So then you need to write that. Then you need to give 2 sentences saying why this can create better foreign relations. Okay,
Okay.
does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have said this, if rich countries help poorer countries when there is some disaster, this can help create better foreign relations. Why? Okay, that's what you need to answer. 2 sentences. Why?
Okay.
Okay, and then you need to give an example. And as I was, as a,
You write under the opening
yes,
paragraph.
yes, everyone please write under your opening paragraph. Everyone please write under the opening paragraph. So what you will need to do, and everyone, I'm just using Zung Ha as an example, but this is what you will all need to do. You take your first reason, okay? You paraphrase it slightly. So Zung Ha isn't going to write exactly the same thing, but she's going to write a quick paraphrase of that. Okay, does this make sense to you, Xiaowei?
Yes.
Okay, Kak Zhong, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, so again, I'm just using hers as an example. Please take your, all right? And I know you've already done it, Kakshung, so I'll come back to you in a moment, okay? I know you've already
Yeah.
done it. Okay, but everybody else, all right, can you please take your first reason, okay? Rewrite it as the first sentence of this paragraph. Then you need to write 2 sentences giving the reasons why you think this, and then you need to give an example. And of course, for this, you'll need to make one up. Michael, does this make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, good. Tung, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, so please, everyone, write a paragraph underneath where you've already started. All right, and I'll come back to you and help you correct it in a moment. All right, in the meantime, Kakzung.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Kakzung, let's have a look at what you have done here. So you said that your first reason is because it's necessary for poor nations to have support in clothes, food, health, rescue, or money. Money, actually looking at that, isn't such a good word for an essay like this, Kaksung. Can you think of a word that begins with F that is a more formal word for money? Can you think of a word? All right, look.
Finance.
Yes, very good. Okay, in this case, the form needs to be finances. All right. Very good, Kaksung.
Yeah.
So finances, of course, means the same as money, but because we're writing a more formal essay, we need a more formal word. So finances is a better way of saying money for this essay, for this sort of essay. Okay. All right, so you don't need this here, Kaksung, the semicolon. Remember, food doesn't need an S on the end in this sentence. Humanitarian relief such as clothes, food, and what was the word we used instead of money, Kakzung?
Finance.
Yeah, finance.
Yes.
And we need to have so you've written half the sentence, Kakzung. We need to have an ending like this. Okay.
Yes, it's okay.
So you can see you've got the idea correct, but you only wrote half the sentence. So you wrote, firstly, humanitarian relief such as clothes, food, and finance. You need to finish the sentence. So I've finished it here for you. There are several ways you could finish it. This is just one way. Is necessary to help countries recover. Now it is a complete sentence. So clothes, food, and finance, why do you need those? You need them to help the country recover. Okay, in some difficult times, like war, famine, natural disasters, people in poor countries, enough of. Okay, so that's good. So this is your first sentence, Kak Sung. This is good. And you don't need to have through the day, just to live on.
Yes.
Full stop. Okay, so new sentence. This is your second sentence, okay? Remember, we need 2 sentences. All right, don't, remember, has only 1 apostrophe. All right, like that. Again, need doesn't have an S on the end. And again, you've already talked about food and drink and money. So Kak Zung, all we need to do is something like this. Okay?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so means the same thing as you wrote, Kak Zung, same thing, but it is much simpler. You can see I've made it much simpler and easier to read.
Yes.
Okay, so this is good, Kak Zung. So what I want you to understand is, so first of all, you've got your first sentence here, okay, which is the same as your first sentence here. Okay, that's good. All right, then you have 2 sentences giving reasons why. So that's good. So in difficult times like those, people in poor countries don't have enough, okay? And also some people don't have enough experience and they don't know what to do. So that's good. So in one sentence, you've talked about the products, they need, and the other thing you've talked about the help they need with experience. So what you need now, Kak Zung, is what? What is your last sentence going to be? You need, remember, you've started it here. What is it?
Sorry, I don't know. I
You
have
started
no.
here. Okay, this Kak Zung, you already started it. An example. You need an example. So remember the structure of these paragraphs, Kak Zung, okay? Your opening sentence, okay? Same as the sentence you did up here, all right? Same. Okay, that's correct. Then you've given 2 reasons to support your sentence. Okay, very good.
Yes.
That's good. Okay, so the last sentence is always and what? Is always this. What is it, Kak Zung? What is the last sentence? It is always.
For example.
And it was an example. Yes. So your last sentence is always an example. So that is the structure. Opening sentence, 2 sentences to support your opening sentence, then an example. Okay, so what is your example, Kak Zung? In some countries, their houses, some countries affected by floods, okay, so houses needs to be plural, Kak Zung, okay? Otherwise, it sounds like just one house was damaged in the flood, okay? So it needs to have an S on the end. So this is where you need to make up an example, Kak Sung.
Yes, I understand.
This is what I mean by an example. All right. Can you please read the example, Kak Sung?
For example, in a recent flood in Cambodia, their houses were washed away and people in Vietnam gave thousands of dollars to help them.
Good. Good. So see what I mean by an example. Now, again, I don't know if this is true or not, but it doesn't matter, Kak Sung. You are giving an
Yeah.
example of how people in one country can help people in another country.
Yes.
Okay, so that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. So does this make sense, Kak Sung? Does this make sense to you now?
Yes.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so Kak Sung, what I want you to do now while I'm talking to the others, Kak Sung, is please look at your second paragraph, okay? And can you please just check it? There are some mistakes in that. See if you can correct some of these mistakes yourself, okay? There are
Yes.
some mistakes I can see, so please check it, okay?
Yes.
And I will come back and have a look later. Okay. Has anyone else finished? Okay. Let's go to the start. So I'm doing Kak Sung. Oh, looks like good timing, Sung Hai. Have you finished?
Yeah, I just finished.
Okay. Good. Okay, let's have a look. One of the reasons I personally I just wouldn't say two reasons, Sung Ha. Okay. Because, and the reason why I wouldn't say that, because there are probably many reasons why wealthy nations should assist poorer countries. Okay. But if you just say one of the two reasons, it makes it sound like there are only two reasons why wealthy nations should assist poorer countries. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, so that's better. Just say one of the reasons. There are probably many reasons. But if you just say two reasons, well, of course, there are more than two reasons. So one of the reasons why wealthy nations, okay, there's a word missing here, Sung Ha. What is it? Begins with S.
Should.
Yes. Good. Okay, good. That's now Sung Ha, this is good. All right. This is a good paraphrase. Okay. Good work. That is exactly correct, Sung Ha. Good. All right. After being assisted by other countries, many nations can make an offer to sign diplomatic. Okay. I know what you're saying. I would express it like this, Sung Ha. Okay. They wouldn't necessarily make an offer to sign diplomatic cooperation, but they would do something like this. Okay? Means the same thing, but it's simpler and more correct. Okay, Zungha?
Okay.
Okay? So, for example, if Vietnam was helped by, I don't know, Greece in some disaster, Vietnam might not sign something to do with more diplomatic cooperation, but they would be more open to the idea of diplomatic cooperation. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to be a little bit more general with the idea. All right, good. It can also help both nations receive respect and appreciation from countries they help. Good. For example, when a rich country helps a poorer nation. Okay, so I'd like you to give me a more specific example, Sung Ha. All right, what you've done here is you basically repeated what you've got there. I want an example. And I'll show you these. I'll use the same example that I used with Kakzung. Okay, can you please read for me, Zung Ha? This.
For example, in a recent flood in Cambodia, the houses were washed away and people in Vietnam gave thousands of dollars to help them, and the people in Cambodia were very grateful to Vietnam.
Okay, good reading. So you understand what I mean now, Zung Ha. So I want a specific example. Okay? All right. So this example proves what you are saying. All right. So here you are saying about how nations receive respect and appreciation from countries they help. And so here you give an example of that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. And of course, I have made this up, Zung Ha. All right. I don't know if this is true or not, but you can make something up. It is okay. As long as the English is correct. All right. So does that make sense, Zung Ha?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, Zung Ha, can you turn your camera on? I can't see you. All right. That's better, Zung Ha. I like to be able to see you when I'm talking to you. That's great. Thank you. Okay. So this is good, Zung Ha. So again, you have the structure correct now. Okay. So here you have the paraphrase. Okay. You have the paraphrase of this first sentence, which is great. Correct. Now you have two sentences, one, okay, and two, to support that first sentence. Okay. Again, this is good, Sung Ha. Okay. And then the last sentence you have is an example. Okay. And you have a specific example about when Vietnam helped someone, or when America helped someone, or when China helped. You just make it up. All right. Okay. Good, Sung Ha. Any questions for me?
No, thank you.
Okay, please. All right. You can relax for a moment. Okay. Michael.
Hello.
Okay, Michael. So did you actually write all this before? Have you done this
Uh,
already?
Yeah, I actually did.
Okay, very good, Michael. Doing extra work. That's good. Before
I
I
was I,
ask.
like I thought you asked to me to write the first
Right,
essay.
right. No, it was just the first paragraph I wanted. Only the first paragraph.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look here. So this, so what you actually need to do now, Michael, is come up with a second reason. Okay, so
Yeah.
you have one reason here, okay, because of the political benefits.
Okay,
Okay,
I will do
yes.
that.
So you need another reason for your second paragraph. But let's have a look at what you've done for the first paragraph. First, poorer countries, while being provided with humanitarian relief. Okay, I just need to restructure this a little bit. Michael,
Oh
see,
yeah.
okay, have a look, see what I do. Poorer countries who have been provided with humanitarian relief. So you need to use this
Oh,
phrase here. Excuse me.
are you good?
Okay, provided with humanitarian relief. Will be more something like this.
In helping?
No,
Oh,
the rest is fine. Sorry, excuse me.
are you all right?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine. Just a little tickle in my throat. Will be more flexible when dealing with political problems such as negotiation with. Okay.
Okay.
It will also help the less wealthy countries to grow and become a good assist. It's not quite right, Michael. What do you mean by this sentence?
It can reduce assistance alongside with the wealthy country that has help
Okay.
the poor. It's a bit yeah, it's a
And
bit confusing.
I just a little bit, but I can change that. Okay, something like this, Michael.
Oh,
All right. So I think this is what you mean. Is that right?
yeah, it's true.
Okay. Okay. So this is the way to write it. Help the less wealthy countries to grow and be able to assist the country that has helped them.
Uh,
All right.
like I was a bit confused with the word to use.
Right. Right. So this is how you do it.
Thank you.
Okay. So you have the right idea. So the reasons are fine, Michael. The reasons are fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. And so just going back to the beginning of it there, yeah, you have the two reasons. Okay. But you almost need to have a little paraphrase of the sentence to start.
Ooh. Oh, I will
So,
rewrite that.
yeah, again, something like this. I'll do one very quickly for you, just to give you the idea. Okay, see what I've done here?
Yes.
Okay, all I've done is just paraphrase your idea from here. All I've done, okay?
Oh,
So there are political benefits associated with giving aid. All right, remember aid I'm using as a synonym for giving help and assistance.
yes.
All right. All right, does that make sense what I've done?
Do I still need to use the first, like right after the essay?
Sorry, need to use the,
That first after the sentence?
you still need this, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so all I need to do is just a quick paraphrase of what you said here. All right,
Ah,
so paraphrase, remember paraphrase, then 2 sentences, okay, that
okay.
support this idea. What are the political benefits associated with giving aid? Okay, and you have the right idea. The first one is that, countries who've been given aid will be more flexible with their political problems. Okay,
Oh,
okay, all right.
okay.
And the second reason you've given, all right, so your reasons are fine, is that it will help the less wealthy countries to grow. Okay, and then they can assist the country that has helped them. Okay, is good. All right,
Okay.
and then you just need an example, and you got a recent study showed that countries that were helped after being ratified a country. Okay, good, and that's fine. So
Yay.
now that is correct. So again, just I'm making sure you understand the structure as well as correcting your English. So paraphrase, okay, of your idea,
Oh,
2 sentences that support your idea, and an example. Great. That's all you need to do.
thank you.
All right. So what you need to do now, of course, I need another reason here.
Yeah, and the second paragraph?
Okay. And the second paragraph, yes, we'll do that next week.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do that next week. But with the same structure. So again, you need a reason, then you need to paraphrase the reason, 2 sentences supporting that reason, and an example.
I understand.
Good. All right. Tang, how are you going?
Well, I can't write on the document. I don't know why.
Ah,
I think
okay.
it,
That makes it a bit hard, Tang.
yeah. I know.
Uh,
I just don't know why I can write on it.
so you can't write on the document.
Yeah.
Have you tried clicking on the link?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I open it on both my phone and my iPad, but I can't.
And you just can't. Sorry, Tang, I'm not sure what to do about that. Okay, because everybody else can.
I think it's my device is having a problem.
Yeah, okay. So the only thing you could do about this, Tang, is to write it in an email, okay, and then send it to me during the lesson. You can do this. All right? You can write in an email and then just email it to me during our lesson. Okay, is another way of doing it if you can't write on the document. Okay, so just copy this and paste it into an email and then continue with the essay. Okay. Okay. Jawi,
I haven't done it yet.
you haven't done it yet. Okay. All right. I'll come back to you. All right. Duknia.
Yes.
Okay, Duknia. Let's see what you have done.
First, because the lack of necessary resources and basic without the support, less developed nations may struggle with providing needs such as medical aid, distribute essential supplies, and implement necessary preventive plans.
Okay. Because just correcting your English here, so it needs to be an of in there, Duknia, okay? Because of the lack of necessary resources and basics, without support, less developed nations may struggle. All right, now you need Okay, so this is fine, Duknia. This is a good start. Now you need 2 sentences, just going into a little bit more detail about this. All right? So your first sentence, Duknia, could be something like this. Actually, I'll just change this first. This should be distributing. This should be implementing. I'll take that here. During a disaster, what's one thing that might happen, Duknia? During a disaster, people will do what, Duknia? Give me something. During a disaster, people will like this, will need what?
Shelter.
Yes. Say help and shelter. Okay. This is just for example. Okay, so this is one sentence. We need another sentence. All right. If, for example, Duknia, say your apartment suddenly falls down in an earthquake, how would you feel? How would you feel? You are still alive, Duknia. Okay, you're still alive, but how would you feel?
Scared. Sure.
How would you feel, Duknia, if your apartment fell down in an earthquake? You are still alive. How would you be feeling in your mind?
Traumatic.
Yeah. Okay. So you need to write this form of the word. And maybe this too, Duknia. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So now there you have 2 sentences. So during a disaster, people will need help and shelter. They might also feel traumatized and shocked. Okay. Now we need an example. Earthquake. Where, Duknia? Where should we have the earthquake? In where?
Japan.
Okay, in Japan, yeah. People in Vietnam. Oops. Okay, so I've completed the paragraph for you, Duknia, because I want you to understand how the structure works, all right? So, so this is good, Duknia. So what you've done here, okay, you have used this as the first sentence of your first paragraph, all right, which is good. It's the right idea. Then I've given a couple of sentences, all right, which provide support as to why people will need medical aid and supplies, okay? Because during a disaster, people will need help and shelter, okay? And they might also feel traumatized and shocked. And then I've given an example. All right. Now, this example isn't true, of course, Duknia, but it doesn't matter. We just make up an example for the exam. And as long as the English is correct, it's okay. But I want you to be familiar with the structure of this. So do you understand, Duknia?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So remember, the first sentence of the paragraph is always the same as the first sentence you have up here. All right. Then you need to give 2 sentences just giving support to what you said in that first sentence, then an example. So, and it's going to be the same with the second paragraph, which we will write next week. Okay, Duknia?
Okay.
Okay, so remember, again, this is your second sentence, Duknia. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is going to start your second paragraph. Then you need to give 2 sentences to give support to this sentence. All right. Why do wealthy nations need to alleviate suffering or save lives? Okay, you need to have a couple of sentences about that. Then an example.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Paula.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a quick look at what you've done. Thank you for being patient, Paula. First, by providing aid to developing countries, wealthy nations are able to improve their international relations, foster a positive image for themselves. Very good. Rich nations which embrace the opportunity to aid help-seeking nations.
You know, like
I'm not sure about that one. Help-seeking nations.
I cannot think of, you know, the adjective. Or
Yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, it's not wrong, but I'm not sure.
it's like
Help-seeking
nations,
help-seeking
like
nations is a thing.
like
Help-seek.
nations that are in help.
Yes, is better. Okay, is better.
Uh,
Yeah, is much better, Paula. Much more conventional. Okay. Yeah, which are in need of help is the easiest way to do it.
oh yeah. Hmm.
Correct. Will build a solid brand and increase public trust. Therefore, their goodwill is advantageous to their wrong form of the word. Paula, what is the correct form of the word? You've got the correct word, wrong form.
Commercial.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Great, Paula. Rest of that's great. Okay. You understand the structure. That's the main objective of this exercise. Excellent. That's good. Okay. I think I've done everyone. Okay, everyone. So I'll stop sharing just for the moment. Okay. Everyone pay attention, please. Zung Ha, I can't see you again. Thank you, Zung Ha. Right. So thank you. It's almost the end of the lesson, everyone. Thank you for paying attention as usual, and thank you for doing that exercise. I'll show you this week's homework in just a moment. This week's homework is very easy, by the way. You shouldn't have too many problems with it, but please do it because I need to know that you understand what I've been telling you. I'll show you that in just a moment. But just to review, first of all, so remember, going back to the first paragraph of a task 2 essay, okay, the first sentence is always a paraphrase, all right, of the question statement or the question prompt. First sentence is always a paraphrase, sorry. The second sentence is always your thesis statement. In this case, in this sort of essay, it's whether you agree or not. Whether you agree or not with the question statement. And then you need 2 sentences, okay, saying why you agree or disagree. And then each of those sentences forms the basis for your next 2 paragraphs. Do you understand this, Zung Ha? I think you do. Okay. Then each of your body paragraphs, okay, you take the sentence from your introduction, the first sentence for your first paragraph, you paraphrase that a little bit, then you need 2 sentences to support that reason, then you give an example. Okay, does that make sense, Jawi?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Dr. Nia, does that make sense to you now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure that you're very clear on the structure of this, because the structure is the same for any essay you write. The structure is the same. And once you understand the structure, makes it very easy to write any of these essays, because you don't have to think about how I'm going to structure my paragraphs. Of course, you have to think of the ideas, but you know how the essay, the structure, is like trying to make a building, build a building. You know already how to make the foundation and the framework. All you have to do is put the outside of the building on each time. Does anyone have any questions about that? Okay, I'll show you this week's homework, everyone. This is your homework. So I want you to answer these questions. I want you to email me the answers to your questions, okay? You don't write them in this document. Just email them to me. 4 simple questions. What is the structure of a task 2 essay? All right. I've just talked to you about these next 2 questions. What should the introduction to an opinion essay consist of? What is the structure of each main paragraph? I've just told you that. So this is a test to see if you've been paying attention. And finally, what words do you use to begin your conclusion paragraph? What words do you always use to begin your conclusion paragraph? Okay, so this homework should only take you less than 10 minutes. Some of you only 5 minutes. All right, so please email me the answers by next weekend. Are there any questions about that? Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for coming to class this afternoon. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I hope you have a happy week. Good luck with your exam preparation, Michael. I hope it's not too stressful for you.
Thank you, Mr. Rick.
Okay.
I also hope it won't be.
Okay, good. And I look forward to seeing you all as usual next Sunday. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye, Mr. Rick.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
teacher.
Bye.
Em chào bác.
Mr.